Folks, hey, it's Commander Curtis. Just a real quick story, a thing that everybody needs to be aware of. I don't think it's lost on anybody that installation of a solar power system on a home is construction. And in construction, there's always things that come up that maybe weren't planned for, right? The best laid plans are best made plans are laid waste, right? So just know that when a solar company comes and inspects the home, the quality of that inspection is going to feed into the quality of the plans and then the installation, right? So, one of the really kind of common things here is maybe their designers have submitted for and gotten approval to install everything in a certain way, but then when the installers arrive, and they're actually on the roof and they find actual found conditions and they need to make a modification in order to make it work. Well, that plan change then can cause problems going backwards in, well, not backwards, but forwards into the now some inspector, some kind of way is going to have some kind of inspection where they look at the as built, the newly as built versus what was approved. And, those changes can cause problems with that. Furthermore, if the quality of the construction isn't there and the power company comes out and does inspections and there are things, people make mistakes. So then you don't get the approval from the power company to do the final power turn on, right? So in this particular case, there was so this is April, and it's late April, and the solar sales pro is asking in the solar sales group, "Hey, the install happened just before Christmas in December of 2022, and there's still no power turn on." Right, so from December all the way to April, and there's still no power turn on. The installation company is blaming the interconnection application. He's made 5 calls and no existing application on file yet. So it sounds like that particular issue might have been wrapped up in some miscommunication of who was going to submit what paperwork. Like paperwork wasn't submitted, right? And the solar company, when he finally got a hold of somebody, pumped out the rather unsatisfying, well, that this is just the way it is. So be aware of that. Be aware when you're sitting down with some guy who's trying to sell you solar in your home, be aware that those kind of things happen and ask questions about their project management process, how they get their permits approved, how they get the inspections completed, and what's the process for power turn on. And then another question is, if it's installed, when power turn on happens, if there's like a big gap there, who gets to pay? So you as a customer get to pay for the system, once the glass is installed on the roof, maybe you're paying at that point. So now you're paying for a system that doesn't get turned on until later. And so is there any kind of guarantee or any kind of offer of, hey, once we get it installed and, as a way of guaranteeing that we're still got skin in the game, we'll pay your power bill until, right? You'll pay for the glass, but we'll pay for the power bill, is one option that is seen in the industry by some of the industry players. That's not common. That's not a rule, but it might be something that you can negotiate. So, yeah, think about it. All right, guys, thanks for sticking with me. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or tell me to shut up, however you want to do it. Appreciate it, and I'll see you tomorrow.